Hi all, it's Kylie from Kylie's Cardcraft. Thanks for joining me again today. Challenge time again. This time I'm doing the playing with paper and glue choose 6 challenge. I'm jumping in late, it's week 7 already. I may go back and do the others, or I might just jump in now, so it goes weekly. Now this is, as I said before, playing with paper and glue. It is on their Facebook page and you'll also find it in their YouTube channel. When they first started this, it was put up with a whole heap of different prompts, and you have 3 columns. In the Facebook group, you will find in the files section all the prompts. You've got 3 columns, and you choose 2 from each column. They can only ever be chosen once as it works its way through. Now, I don't know about you, but that's just even more decisions. That in a world of decisions is just too many more decisions. So Lynn, who runs it from Playing with Paper and Glue, chooses her prompts each week. She'll do a random checker thingy that they do on Facebook, and so I'm just going to follow hers. So much easier. So I'm just going to jump in and follow Lynn's prompts for the week. She will put those up each week so that you can just follow along with hers, or you can choose your own. The prompts for this week. Now, sorry, I'll jump back. The Choose 6 challenge. You can make anything you like. It doesn't have to be a collage. It can be a collage if you like. It can be ephemera for your journal. It can be a page. It could be a card. It could be anything you like that is kind of in your comfort zone, which makes it nice. Then you've just got to use your prompts. So the prompts for this week. Pocket. Oh, well, that's going to be hard for me, isn't it? Currency, candy wrapper, or in Australia, a lolly wrapper, charm, plant or leaf, and a face. So these are our prompts. So we've got 6 prompts, which are 2 from each of those columns that I mentioned. This is going to be fun because I can make anything I like as I go along, and what I'm going to do is, whichever journal I'm working in at the time, my prompts will be used for a page in each journal that I'm working on. Sorry, it's folding up on me. So my current journal, which is this one, which is a floral journal or gardening or all of those sorts of things. So hang on a moment. That's the first signature done and dusted. Second signature. So I'm ready for a page in here. I work through and do my pages, but I'm going to jump a page because I just want plain pockets on those. I've got a piece of coffee dyed paper here. Take that one out, and I'm going to do mine on this page. So it means that I can get at least 1 page per week done for my current journal. Woohoo! Without having to touch anything else or start anything else or anything. So that I've got to the point now where I just like to work on 1 journal at a time, get it done and dusted, get it off to market, get back into the next one. Right, so our prompts, as we said before. Pocket, going to make a pocket to put on this page. Currency, I've got my Timmy 15-cent stamp that I'm hoping to use. Candy wrapper, I have a stamp because it's not something that I would use, but I found a stamp here that it's a chocolate wrapper, but I think I'm going to play with it to make it not quite a candy wrapper, so it'll still be, but it won't be. In my head, it's not anyway. Charm, I have my leaf charms here. I also have mini paper clips and bulb pins, depending on how I wish to attach it. Plant or leaf, I want to stamp leaves across the back of this, and I will probably add more because I've got my container that goes with this journal anyway. And face. So I've got a couple of old wooden stamps here, both still with leaves, etc. on them, that will either go for this challenge and go with my current journal. So it's either going to be this one. Now this is a very old stamp from 2002, and this one's another stamp from 2004. But so I'll stamp both of them and see which one I use. First things first, I want, and you can see I've been doing a lot of leaves with this current journal. So I want to background stamp all of this. My current colours that I'm using is this Shady Lane, so I'm going to stick with that. And we're going to choose a couple of different leaves. So if I go over through my flowers, hang on a moment, right, leaves. What I want, I'm thinking I want that one. And I want, what else have I got here? That one I like. And I want maybe that one. And maybe a general leaf. So, what have I got in here? Maybe this one. Actually, maybe this skeleton leaf down the bottom. Right. That way I can do a selection of leaves. Hang on, I'm just going to drop this on the floor. Oh. Right. So if I get out some blocks, a couple of different sizes that I can sit them on. That one will fit on that. That one will fit on that. That one will fit on that. And no more smaller blocks, so we'll go with that one. Right, so it always pays to have extra blocks. So all I'm going to do is just randomly stamp these around. My pocket's going to fit somewhere around there. I want to use some book page for my pocket, because you know me, I always use book page. But it's a nice colour contrast anyway. It's just from an old book from the 60s, I think that one was. So I technically don't need to stamp right in the middle. And what I want to do is take these like so. So we'll work on one stamp at a time. And just keep working our way around. But I've just got this here so that I'm not stamping all over my mat all the time. Sometimes I remember, most times I don't. So you can see my mat is well and truly stamped all over. Now that's just a piece of foam that I use as a stamping mat. I've got a video of how to stamp that'll show you how to make one of these if you need to. Set that one aside, pop this one in. Let's have a look at him. You know, like there shouldn't be any hesitation. It's just a background I'm creating. So why do I hesitate to put it in? All right. So all I'm doing is creating a background for myself that gives those leaves. I might go down here so that it's off the page. Start putting some of these larger ones in. Oh, here's my favourite stamp, and what I've done is curled him when I've put him back in last time, so the rest of him's working, but see how I've bent him? Need to watch that. Right, so always take your ink pad to your stamp. That way you'll get a nice coverage. How's that looking? So, what other one have I got? This one, which is a little one, which is a good little filler. Let's go down here. Like so. I need to put some more of these ones around the edge, I'm thinking. Let's have a look. You can overlay them. That's not a problem at all. Missing here, aren't I? not missing the ink. I've just put my finger in my ink. Let's go down that way. Need something down the bottom, don't I? We'll use that one again. It's so easy to do a background. If I go that way. Right. What I might do is leave those there now. I'll make up my pocket and then see how much more I need to actually stamp on that. So, my pocket, I'm just using book page. It'll be trimmed down, of course. But let's work out. So this one has writing on one side. I've decided I don't want to use the writing on it, so I'm just going to bend it. And you can see where I've been playing around to see if it would bend up to where the writing goes. So it's quite a sturdy page, so I'm just going to make sure it creases properly. I'm not worried too much about that because if I ink around the edges it'll cover that. That gives me 2 pockets. So let's have a look at that size. Yeah, so that gives me 2 pockets, which will be a pocket at the top and a pocket here, doesn't it? But I want to be able to show, actually like that bit. I really like that section, so I might just tear it. So if we're going to about there, and if I grab a ruler, sit that so that it's straight. Does that look straight? Doesn't from here. Like that. And that's my pencil mark. Well, that, I wanted it rough and ready, but yeah, like that. So that's about like, got that torn edge both sides. Right, so where else do I now need leaves? I want a little bit in here. So now we can see where we're going, and I want that one again. If I lift that up, go that way, in there like that. Yep. A little bit up here, we might as well just use the same one again. And that's given us a full background. Like so. How's that? Okay. What do we reckon? That works out all right, doesn't it? So if I just set that one aside, if I ink around this one now, and I'll put all my, I need to rub out my pencil mark. I'll put all those stamps away later on, just very quickly, and that way it's giving a lift to those torn edges as well. So I'm just going to rough those up, and instead of inking that way, I'm going to ink this way, just to really lift them up. Back onto this side again, give them a real grunged look, and I'll need to do that one. Right, so there's my pocket, there's my leaves. We can get rid of that one for a moment while we work out what we're going to pop on there. I'll stick it on at the end. I could drop that down a little bit. How much room did I have in this for top tags as such? Bring that back in. This is going to sit in like so. It will give me a little bit of room, and it can hold out the top, so that's all right. Move that stamp before I sit something on the wet ink. Right. So there's our base. We've got our leaves and our pocket as such. So I want to stamp these girls. I think I'm going to do them in the pine cone. You know me, I tend to use the pine cone all the time. And I want them on something a little bit different. What have I got up there that could be used as, oh, in. Yep. So again, I've got everything for this journal sitting around me. But I've got a really nice, old, very rustic book of poetry, but it has some plain pages in here. Let's have a look. See if I can find plain page in that one. I don't think got anything else in there. Right, let's have a look. I just like to try and find slightly different. There, look at that. The colour in that is going to be awesome. So, just going to tear that out. Add to my mess. Tears beautifully, this paper. It's so old. It's crinkly and it feels gorgeous. Right, so I'm going to stamp those on that. I'll stamp her first because I don't know which one I want to use. Again, even though it's a rubber stamp, still take your ink pad to your stamp. And you can see when you've got your ink actually on there. I'm going to go right into the corner of that because I might actually give it a little bit of a rock. She stamped rather well, so she would work beautifully in there, but I'm just going to double check my other lady. Now, I don't want to waste the rest of this paper, and I just want her. So what I'm going to do, grab a piece of scrap, and I'm just going to tear this. I wanted her. I'm going to sit that one down there. Another little piece. And that one just there, so that all I get is her. Which means I'm not over stamping with any of the other images. Make sure she's nicely stamped up. And see, I've gone in all those areas. A little bit more just for, I can get rid of that. Now when I put her on here, I'm only going to get her, and I'm going to go over further, just in case, which will give me room to tear around them, hopefully. Give her a good push. It was this one I inked, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Awesome. Right, sit you there. Sit you out there. And I actually like both of them. And I don't think I've used either of these ladies for so long. So, let's have a look at her first. I'm going to tear around her. You can hear that tearing. I don't need my water brush or anything with this paper. It's just beautiful. So, down. Now, do I want to tear her bottom section, or do I just want to sit her down like so? She looks very nice in there, doesn't she? Maybe I'll put my other one up in there, or in a tag that'll go in it. I do like her. Right, but, yeah, no, I'll use the brush corduroy very carefully, because with this paper, if I ink too hard, it will tear it. So all I'm doing is just see how it's just got that edge on it now. So it just defines where it's actually torn. All right. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet. I'm concentrating because it tears so easily. All right. Just a little bit, and you can see I'm just really dabbing it on the edge. Right, so down along there, whoops, see, so easily torn, as I said. So she's going to go in here. I want to do a cluster in there. Now, whether let me think. I'm wondering, you're just too big. You're just too big. Do I have another leaf? I don't think I do. All right. So I've got leaves. I've got the clear ones. Oh, in these. Like so. Don't know. Let's have a look at her like that. That works all right, doesn't it? These are just little clear stickers that are leaves. So, no, thinking that that pine cone one is the best. What about that? But I don't want to overdo the leaf. But I need something else on there. So my 2-6 has just got a few other little bits and bobs going on, okay? How's that? So we'll put in, and I know I said I wasn't going to use that, but what if I put in some music paper? I should have very close to me somewhere some music paper. Newspapers, maps, invoices, scripts. Oh, should be, oh, there we go. Sheet music. But again, we want slightly different colour so that that's going to stand out on that and she's going to stand out on that. That's not dark enough, not light enough, is it? I've got lots of different ones in here. Hang on, here's a very light one. These are just the ones that I have sitting beside me. And then all my other music books are further over. And I know which one I want. I've got a little one. It's a little book that I can't remember where I've put since I went to retreat. Those will all work because I don't need too much of it. Oh, doesn't matter. Found it. Look at that. So, this was little ones. Now I've coffee dyed those, but they're just in miniature and she will stand out. So with those ones I'm going to use my water brush and I'm just going to take it across the top of that. Just give it a squiggle, slightly bend it. It should tear it beautifully just across there. Down there. Yep. Across there. I always take more off. I like that coffee bit on the edge. Just give it a quick fold. Look at that. Tears it lovely. Yeah, I might go that side actually because I quite like that coffee edge. So if I take that down there, give it a, you know, separate coating. Different papers will take longer depending on what they are and how hard it takes for the water to soak in. This one's going to go down about there. Right, just gives me a bit more control when I'm tearing. That's a little bit better. That now makes her stand out a bit better, doesn't it? I'm happier with that. All right, so I've still got my 15 cents, my charm. Oh, my candy wrapper. Let's just stamp that and see if we can get it out of the way. Oh, pull that out. Not going to use chocolate on it. Watch me. I want an extra. That's some coffee dye. Will it fit on that? That's just from my scraps pile that's sitting beside me. So, grab another one of those. I have numerous ones. Colour-wise, let's try it in pine cone again. That may be. Nope, it's all right. I'm going to actually try it in the grey. It'll still stand out. This is a solid stamp. And I think the pine cone might be just a little bit... Pine cone's a colour, sorry. The pine cone might be just a little bit too solid for it. I'm going to stamp it up this end. And I'll cut it out. Yeah, I was going to say the pine cone's going to be a little bit too much. So let's just cut this out. Oh my word, I've got a mess here. Trim that off. Just going close to, not all the way in. So we've all seen that this is a candy wrapper. So you are all my witnesses that this is a candy wrapper to start with. Okay? But it's the way you look at your stamps. Look at them and think, how else can I use this stamp? And I'm going to change this from candy wrapper. Because I'm sorry, it just doesn't work. Last week's prompts were good. They were flowers, but they were food. And I was thinking, oh, I've got to use that. Oh, yes, I can use that. And I watched what Lynn had done with hers, playing with paper and glue, and Jenny at Jen's Art Inspirations. And I watched both of them and I thought, now they've both used food really well. Not a way that I'd thought of using it. So, because it kind of, I don't know, made me focus too much on the food. And I thought, oh, I'd never be able to use that. So if I put that there, but what I'm going to do is if I find, in my whittle words, have I got something that's going to fit there? Let's have a look at that. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. Oh. Right, so it's still a candy wrapper, but it's not, okay? So I want, let's just grab another one. I promise I'll put them all away later on. I want different coloured scraps. So let's have a look in here. I've just pulled out a pile from the top of my... I love all these edges from the books. Now, that one I'm going to do in pine cone. Yes, pine cone. Make sure I've picked that up. A moment. Just gently. Right. Now I'm going to trim around that. So down there. Very carefully up there. And hope I get this straight. Because it's not at the moment. Haha, moment. My moment's not straight. I know I'm losing that beautiful section in there, but, okay. So you all saw that it was a candy wrapper to start with, but it's not anymore. Covers that word chocolate and sits that on there. That works, right? Let's stick something down, Kylie. Come on. Might need my tweezers to pick him up. Get the glue off the end of my tweezers. Right. So, candy wrapper. It's going in there. That's going in there. That's going in there. Like so. Thinking I might put a bit of greenery in there. And then this one I'm going to do with, I could keep with that, couldn't I? That will fit in there. Yes, it will. Right. And then I can put, so let's just go down here. That sink in. That'll go in that pile with those. Now this one, we'll finish about there. Yep. So the reason I like my glass mat, and I know it shines on you, sorry, I'll try and put stuff on there, but it means when I'm working with mixed media or with water or paints, any of those sorts of stuff, you know what I mean, it's easy to clean up. Because as you can see, I'm not the cleanest of crafters. So I want that there. I want a little bit of greenery in there. I'm going to put the lid back on that. We're nearly done. I can see where it's taking me. Oh, my charm. Got to put my charm on. So maybe some lace with my charm on that instead of that greenery. I'd still like some greenery. I want my 15 cents because I need my currency. There he is. Because it was either that one or in my other Timmy stamps, which I have here, and I know you can't see this, sorry, that one. I have that. No, it's not really a check, is it? So no, we'll stick with that 15 cents. Maybe I put it, I'm going to stamp it anyway. Maybe I could stamp it over that. That will give it an interesting look, won't it? I love my book pages. They're just so special. There's something to be said about them. I was about to say each one tells a story. No kidding, Kylie. I'm going to go back into the pine cone. I can always stamp him twice. Half and half. Now this one's a solid one as well. So let's see what we've got. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. That needs to go back over here on those ones. I'm thinking I need my charm on the bottom pocket so that it actually stands out, because this section will get covered with a tag or a journal card or whatever else. But if it's interesting enough, it can always be left for the recipient of the journal to pop their own memories in. So you don't have to have something in every pocket. That needs to be centered for that one because I've got all that going on. Again, I'm just sitting them around, just playing around with them and all the rest. So I've got, and I'm thinking that I can't undo it. All right, these are just leaves, but I do have little one, because that's the colour I want. I don't want this shiny silver. No. What else have I got in that? No, we might use this one. Let's see if that actually attaches with a bulb pin or whether I need to go. Let's have a look at my little ones. People creeping up my hallway. Bye. See, who said teenage boys can't be quiet? Right, so let's have a look. Let's see if I can actually get that in there first. In and down. Nope. Really needs a jump ring on it, doesn't it? Right. So no, and they're not with me here, so actually they are. Let's, because then I could actually put it up there and I could go back to having my greenery in here. So let's do that. Bang. Right, so we've just got normal leaves here, pre-cut out, die cut, etc. But I just want something that's green. No, I'd like a brighter green. What have I got in here? All right, let's just have a look at that one. I'm just going around this with the archival ink, but it's tree branch, so it's a lighter one, and I'm just using the makeup brushes as such, and I find they're easier for my die cuts when I'm trying to get rid of that stark white with them. Okay, so now what I've got is that, whereas a minute ago what I had was, you know, that sort of white in there. There you are. At some stage I will stick all this down. Yeah, happier with that. Right. I do want, excuse my chair from squeaking, what am I up to? 37 minutes. I've got some just here. Oh yeah. Lovely. I do have a pile of odd jump rings in that, so we'll use those. I'll move that over there before I spill it. All right, so I'm going to start sticking these down, like that one. They'll just be with a glue stick. Do I have? Yeah, I do. Just a little one for my glue stick. Right. Right, and this one, and then I can actually adhere that pocket down. We'll go this one. It was that way, wasn't it? Yep. Glue stick's nearly finished. All right. Down. Stop it from curling. About there, wasn't it? It is now. Give that a push. Right. That'll go up like that, so we'll go back into this one. Ooh, so much mess, so much mess. All right, come on. I had you going just before this. There it is. There it is. There it is. All right. So push you down. Make sure I've got none coming out. I want this one up here. So he was nice and easy. So that's my currency. Looks nice actually on that written scripty book paper instead of just using the plain. You're going down here. So you're going to go in there like that. So we'll put this one down first. Wow, no lace. Woohoo. See, who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks? All right. Lift her up. Like so. Which fills in that corner. She can now go down. If I can find a bit that doesn't have glue on it anywhere, because this is so fragile, I don't want glue at all on the other side. So you've just got to watch that when you're using the really old book paper. Go up a little bit, like that. How's that? Okay. This one's going to go in here like so. Now, I still want... But I've now lost my little space for that, haven't I? So that was a good idea to start with, but now it's not so much. So let's have a look. Because that's going to cover that, if I can pick it up. Yes. All right. So maybe it needs to go up on that one. All right. So maybe I'll go up on that one. All right. It's just a matter of rethinking. So I've still got to put my little, my little jump pin on it. Right. So we'll find one of these. These are all just odd ones from when I've pulled apart broken jewellery. So I can get nice little ones and all the rest. Just let me grab my pliers. One. And two. See, and this is where I realised that the glasses that I have on are not the right glasses for today. There you go. All right, close that one back up. Yep, wrong glasses, Kylie. Is that closed? Yep, beautiful. All right, thread you through that. So I want it down there, don't I? In that one. Like so. And then put your that way. Like that. How's that? Right, so now all we've got to do is add it to my page. This will be glued here, here and here to make a double pocket like so. You can do that if the lid hasn't been off this for too long. No, here we go. So now I've got another pocket. With a pocket in a pocket on a page. That there? How's that? Well, how awesome was that? I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with how that's actually come out. So that's nice and close to that. Should keep that little paper clip nice and secure as well. So if we go down there, looks like everybody's heading back in the front door again now. Right, so that is that one. Oh, they're awfully noisy, my boys. Right, so that'll go in there. They're sneaking past, or they're trying to sneak past. Teenage boys, all the rest. And trying not to giggle by the sound of it. Right, there's that one. So this is our playing with paper and glue Choose 6 challenge. Our prompts, of course, was pocket, currency, candy wrapper, charm, plant or leaf, and face. Woohoo! I've loved that one. So feel free to come and join this challenge. This is an awesome challenge. Lynn will choose our prompts for us each week if you don't want to choose your own. So head on over to Playing with Paper and Glue Facebook page. You'll need to apply to come in. It's a great little group. Everybody looks after everybody else, so please come on over or jump onto the Playing with Paper and Glue YouTube channel and you'll see Lynn put up the prompts each week. You'll find all the prompts once you've come in and joined us in the Facebook group. You'll find all the prompts in the files section. Have a look down there. You'll see them come up each week in the files section as well. And yeah, come over and join us at Playing with Paper and Glue Facebook page. It's a great group. Everybody's just happy to have everybody else. We'll all look after everybody. Come and join us. Thanks, guys. See you in a couple of days for my next video. Please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you've enjoyed this, please comment. I do get back to comments. They take a little while, though. Sorry, but I will get back to everybody. Lots of things going on at the moment. All right. Until next time, happy crafting. Thanks, guys. Bye.